Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kyla. I'm a licensed esthetician. I say this every video. I thought we could do like a little self-care Sunday. Maybe we can do this like once a month. That would be kind of fun. But I also wanted to answer a question that I got and kind of like make a video about that. So basically I got a question saying if I can go into more detail about how I got a job at the dermatologist's office straight out of esthetician school. So I thought that I would do that while waxing my eyebrows. Waiting for my wax to heat up. Oh wait, it's actually really hot already. I'm not the best at multitasking. My attention is just like not the greatest. But here's our brows before. I just need to like clean them up a little bit. My eyebrows are ombre shaded, so they are permanent, so cleaning and tinting my eyebrows is super easy. I don't really need to tint my brows, like they still look really good and really dark. I just like really dark brows. It's just a personal preference. I get my eyebrows touched up like every 2 years. They really last a long time. This was the best thing I could have ever done with my money. Like it is like my number one. It literally is like, it has literally changed my life. Not to be dramatic, but I literally don't wear makeup. I honestly feel more confident and more like beautiful without makeup. So I never really wore a ton of makeup like to begin with, but getting my brows done really changed the game for me. Also, I like spend so much time and money into my skin that like I like my skin. I want my skin to just be, you know, shown. This video is gonna be about how I got the job at the dermatologist's office right after school, and then like just tips that I can show or tell you guys about that. I'm just wiping my brows down with alcohol right now. I got my job at the dermatologist's office a week before I graduated esthetician school, so I was not licensed at that point, and I also was not even a graduate from a school, and I got the job. So basically I am saying that to let you guys know that like this industry, it's not as difficult of an entry as most industries. Also, a lot of people told me like I would have to start off at more of like a spa and work my way up, and I was just like, right, I don't want to do that though, so I'm not going to, and I don't think you have to. There are definitely ways to get into a medical environment right out of school. The biggest one is you need you need to sell yourself on your resume. Like you really do, because if other people are applying that have experience, you need to have things on your resume to make you stand out. So basically one of our assignments at the end of school was to create a new resume for this industry, and it was like a graded assignment, and like we spent a lot of time on it, and it really got our resumes to the point where, you know, we were really gonna sell ourselves. Sorry you guys, I'm not the best at multitasking, and I'm also very particular about my eyebrows, and this is why I literally stopped offering eyebrow waxes for clients, because I'm so particular about them that it just ends up taking me way longer than it's worth.
This is our dog Shadow.
Yeah, so really sell yourself, and what I mean by that is you may not have a ton of experience, but really like highlight the experience you do have and play it up to your advantage. For instance, my last 3 months of esthetician school, all we did was work there for 3 months. Like every single day we literally were clocking in to take clients, work there, do services, everything from facials to tinting to waxing, like the entire body. We did body treatments. So on my resume I put that I have spa that I have experience working in a spa, and I highlighted everything that I could do. Places are gonna want to teach you the way they do things. I say this all the time because it's so true. With all the experience that you have, a lot of places are willing to train you. So I used everything that we did at school. I put that on my resume, and I also put like characteristics of myself. Like, I'm a very fast learner and I have a very strong work ethic. So I like played up to that. It's like I don't have a ton of experience, but I'm a really fast learner. I'm super passionate about this industry, and I have a really hard work ethic. Like, I'm dependable. I'm gonna be there on time. I'm gonna come to work. I'm gonna do my job. I love this. Like, I live for this stuff. So like, I'm gonna do the very best that I can. But yeah, you really have to sell yourself, and then I feel like that's just how you get in the door. And then when you get in the door, girl, you have to literally knock them off their socks. I hate interviews because I feel like interviews are literally so fake most of the time. I just like hate the whole interview process. It's like, we all know that this is like so fake, and you just have to like put on, and like, honestly, it just annoys me. But you gotta do what you gotta do. When I was looking for jobs, I didn't rely on postings. Like, before, I think like 3 months before I even graduated school, I started looking for jobs, and I was not like relying on open positions. And so I would just start researching dermatologist and plastic surgeon office that I would want to work at. I didn't really want to work at a med spa because of the hours. Typically med spas have more like spa-like hours, and they stay open a lot later. So I would just research in Google dermatologist office that I would want to work at. I would like go on their Instagram and like just like see what they were all about, and I would reach out to them. Like, I didn't necessarily, the job that I applied to, there wasn't an open position at the time. I would call, okay, I would call and I would be like, do you guys have any openings for an esthetician, blah, blah, blah. And then they'd always be like, no, but you can still send your resume. And so I would send my resume. I would take like a little short snippet like, hi, my name is Kyla, I'm going to be graduating aesthetic school really soon, and I'm really looking to get a job. And in all of my resumes, I would say that I was looking for somewhere, if not starting out as an esthetician, somewhere that I could be a receptionist and then be like hybridly trained to be an esthetician. I feel like that's more of like an entryway because you're fresh out of school, you don't have clients. So I would always say to be a receptionist and transition into a medical esthetician. And so I sent that in at maybe like March at the dermatologist office, and I never heard anything back. And then a week before I graduated school, this was like, there were two that I really wanted to work at. This was one of them because they have like a 4.9 rating. Like, I really wanted to work for a really like reputable place to start, just so I can like gain as much knowledge and experience as possible. And they reached out to me like a week or two before I graduated school and were like, were you still interested? We would love to hire you like as a hybrid, like a receptionist that we're training to a medical esthetician. And I was like, cool. I would always research chemical peels. I would always research microneedling. I would always like research stuff that they do at medical places. So during an interview, it's like, no, I don't actually have hands-on experience, but I do know these lasers. I know what they're for. I know, you know what I'm saying? Just so they know that like, okay, you're actually interested in this. You have a basic like knowledge on it. But I will say one thing to really do is before I accepted the job, I sat down with the hiring manager and I asked for a plan, because I did not want to be in a situation where you start me off as a receptionist and then I just stay the receptionist forever. So like, I asked for a plan. Like, how long do you think it would take for me to transition? And I also talked about like a pay raise after I was like a full-fledged esthetician. I can tell you that I've never met an esthetician that was like, after school I knew what I was doing. Like, you always, I feel like you don't learn to be an esthetician until you start working. So no matter if that's a spa environment or if it's a medical environment, there's still gonna be a learning curve, you know. You're still gonna have to be trained. So don't like discredit yourself or feel like you can't obtain something or you can't do something because you feel like coming out of school you don't really know what you're doing. I use the intensive tint. You can get it from, what's that place called? It's called Universal. It's a spa store. You have to be an esthetician. You just like put your license number in and then you can shop there. That's kind of how I got started straight out of school. Really had to realize it's like people in your life and people you talk to, they may all have your best interests, they may all be trying to tell you what like they think is reasonable, but if you feel like you're capable of doing something and you feel like actually I don't want to just work at a spa to get started, like I would like to not do that, then don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like people, even if they have your best interests and what they think is your best interests, also you know who you are and what you're capable of, and if you think that you can do it, why not at least try? And I tried it and I did it, and you know, the rest was history. Okay, I'm gonna come back when they're dark. You guys, I think I might have left this on a bit too long. They're really dark. Nah, I didn't. I'm just wiping it off with some warm water.
Like all the tile networks.
Yeah, I hope this video helped you guys in some way. Yes, if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. It's literally what I am here for. I want to help as much as I can. I want to share my experiences with you guys, and I love watching videos like this before I became an esthetician, because it just got me more excited, and I would be like, oh my god, like that's someone actually living that life and doing it. So yeah, I hope my videos can be that for someone. Yeah, leave me a comment, ask me any questions, and I will try to answer them. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.